welcome to another week of our review of Married at First Sight. This is episode 11, season 12. Last night, I was a little bored.
It was.
Like, I didn't watch. I kind of watched. So let's just start with Bree and Vincent since they were shown very little last night. Adorable.
Yeah, adorable.
Always adorable with minus the temper tantrums. He hasn't had any in the past couple episodes, which is good. That's a good start. I love it. I loved the surprise with the boat. I thought that was adorable. I loved, what I really love is how he always includes Cookie when he talks to my family.
I know.
I think that is the cutest thing ever.
You and Cookie.
He always says you and Cookie, and it's not just
a real person.
like it's a real person, like it's a real baby. I think that is adorable.
It is.
When he said, "Do you feel married?" I feel like she could have said yes, with saying that it's not what I thought it was going to be, but I definitely feel married or connect or committed or something. But overall, the conversation was good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There was nothing really going on with them last night.
There wasn't.
They
were just being cute.
being their normal cute selves with
the faves of the show, I guess, of the season.
Yeah.
There really wasn't much to say about that.
Not at all. We're not going to spend too much time on it either because nothing really happened. Last night was a little bit of a snooze fest. But overall, last week I gave them a 90%. I'm going to go to 95. I'm just feeling so hopeful.
What did I give them?
You gave them a 90 too.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go up to 95. I really can't at this point see them like doing a complete 180 and just like, oh, I don't want to be, they seem to vibe well with each other. And being goofy, laughing, that's like a huge plus in any relationship, just to be able to laugh together. So, I just can't see them
falling off that bad.
Next week it's going to be probably like 100% for me at that
point. Right. Well, let's move on to Eric and Virginia. Last night was kind of touch and go. It was like ups and downs, you know what I mean? Like they had their high moments, but then they had their very awkward, uncomfortable moments. They keep dancing around their serious issues.
Virginia.
I'm blaming Virginia too.
I'm blaming Virginia because it's like, okay, so it's going good. You're like, oh, this is great, and then, boom, I'm not moving in there, and it's just like, why? Why?
I think her logic is he's so neat and she is a hot ass mess and she's afraid she's gonna fuck some shit up. She said it. She said, I have these dogs and I'm afraid that we're gonna break something or they're gonna break something. You're gonna get upset. Like she obviously knows his temperament. She obviously knows that he likes his stuff a certain way. I get that part, but I feel like her being so resistant to him saying, "I'll make it so that you're more comfortable." That should have been it. But she was just so...
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like, okay, you could find a way around this.
Right.
And he could flat out say, like, look, I don't even care if you break something.
Right. And she would still
be like, no, because that's what I said. And now you're trying to get me...
Virginia just liked to be difficult.
Yo, and then when he started talking to her like she was dumb,
you have to buy I was like, love.
I know,
that's why she don't want to move in.
Right, his methods be a little bit. He needs to chill sometimes because
she don't want to move in.
He be giving her ultimatums like, well, this is where I'm gonna live. If you don't want to go there, then
I know.
like, oh well, bitch. I don't know where you want to live, but this is where I'm living. Like.
Oh my God.
I don't know. And then
he was like, I'm not doing that. You're renting.
Right.
I own.
Yeah, and I get what he's saying. It
makes sense.
It makes sense. Like it's Virginia at this point. she's being difficult because that's what she likes to do for some reason with him. She likes to be mean, or not mean, but difficult. I don't know. It's just it's the whole not liking to be told what to do, and I think she feels like she's being told she has to move in with him. She's very resistant with a lot of things initially, but I think she'll come around eventually.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, why are you giving this so much? And well, he probably was just like, you sound dumb.
Yeah.
And nothing even let this slide. Not on camera.
Not off camera. Nowhere. You're moving in, and that's final, Virginia. Deal with it. I don't know. Whenever they had their gift exchange, first of all, let me just rewind. If you trust a man enough to fly you in a helicopter, you should trust him enough to move in with him and trust that he's going to make you comfortable, right?
Right.
That helicopter ride, I would never. I was terrified, and I'm terrified even watching it. So I could only imagine, like, being in it. I would probably pass out. But, like, you trusted him to do that. So why are you being so resistant with these minimal things? But then it came time for gift exchange, and he nor she was impressed with their gift. Like, can you say, like, can you agree that both, because she didn't get his gift at first. He had to explain it, and then her gift with her big ass face with her dog on the blanket, like, he's like, okay, like, what are we doing here? What are these gifts?
Yeah. They clearly have some amazing sex, and everything else after that.
Yeah.
Is like,
I agree.
It's touch and go.
Yeah, it's very
really
touch and go. And then that conversation at dinner about when she was talking about, I don't want to be hurt again, and, you know, instead of him saying, I would never hurt you, he's like, I'm afraid you're going to hurt me. And it was just kind of like a standoff almost. Like, why are y'all doing this to each other? Like,
because he's a conservative and she's a liberal.
I can't.
He's a conservative and she's a liberal, and they're playing that out in their relationship. I mean,
it's a mess.
Because I just don't think if they had great sex.
It all comes back to the sex, because that's really what's holding them together at this point.
It's holding them
yeah.
on. It must be amazing.
It has to be. For her to be sticking around and making the changes that she's making adjustments so quickly, and it looks quickly, but, you know, on camera, but maybe, like, behind the scenes.
Well, then there was the preview, so.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But she's making these adjustments, and, you know, she clearly really likes Eric. He really likes her, but they just keep butting heads, and it seems so unnecessary.
But that's what I'm saying.
You think it's the conservative and liberal aspect of it.
Because that's, when you look at it, it's similar to how it plays out into society. It's like, this is so unnecessary.
Right.
It's there for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're arguing something that doesn't even need it. It doesn't even make any sense. So it's like, the house could sell fast. You don't
even know. I mean, relax a little bit.
Like, you're acting like you're going to be there for, like, forever.
Right, he said we're going to buy our own house. It's just temporary. So why can't that just be, okay, babe, I trust you, and that's it. Just like you trusted him to fly your ass in a little helicopter in the air. It's too much. So last week, I gave them 60%. You gave them 55%. I'm going down to 55%.
I'm sticking on 55 because obviously sex can really conquer a lot of stuff.
It really can.
For relationships, and that's the only, and they holding on strong because of it. So I'm gonna still give them a 55 instead of going down, but.
Oh my gosh, well, we will see. Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh, let's move on to Chris and Paige playing hate and basketball. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Hate and basketball.
Listen, when I saw them really playing, and they weren't playing like cute couple playing, nigga was playing her. Like a real nigga, like double crossing, like just.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't trying to be cute. He wasn't trying to cut no cards. He was playing to win.
Yo, let me tell you, because I bust out laughing. when he was talking, and I don't know what number, he said 5, and he's still talking, and she's like, 5 is my lucky number.
Oh my God, I didn't even hear that.
He's not even listening to you. What? 2, you just want to find something to hold on to.
Oh my God, it's so sickening to watch.
5 is mine.
Like, first of all, with the Michael Jackson voice, like, it's so monotone, it kills me.
But that, I figured that out. That's why she can stand to listen to him. Because look how she talks, too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Look how she talks.
There was just so many things. Like, first of all, the conversation after they was done playing, he's sitting there and he's like, oh, well, what are your long-term goals? Like, what do you want? What do you blah, blah, blah. And she's just like, you know, we're going to have to get uncomfortable and blah, blah, blah. And they're talking and what we hear and what she hears are 2 completely different things. Like, she's like, maybe this is what we needed. Like, what?
Why you do your face
like that's what she does. It's so irritating with her greasy ass face all the time. Like, I'm tired of Paige. I'm choosing violence with Paige. I'm over her. I got so many issues with her this week.
But you know what? He kind of exposed her, and I was sitting there like, wait, plot twist. He's the victim of the relationship.
Wait, no, hold on a second. Before we get there,
though. He made
though.
a very valuable point there.
Were you talking about when they were playing pool? Did you ever you were talking about a basketball?
Was that one? No, when he was like, when he pulled up with her with his little fancy whatever she was at.
Yeah, that's when they were playing pool. That was after basketball.
Oh, we were playing
you fell asleep. Right? She didn't watch it.
I did. They were playing pool. He went.
Let's talk about the outfits, okay?
No.
First of all, Chris wore that same suit to every occasion. Let's talk about that.
That's why I was like, right? She was like, oh, you got it fancy? He was like, no, I just got off of work. Like, boy, girl, why you gonna say you get You know you wear that suit.
She got that same one tailored suit. It's the same suit, y'all. Every freaking time. She did, but then I was like, Paige, ayo, Paige, you ain't come outside like that. Like, I know you didn't. She should have had on some high-waisted jeans. Like, just because you have a nice figure don't mean that you need to be wearing crop tops and regular ass jeans. I was so upset about the whole, just everything last night. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I said no. Why did they try to clown him and show all those missed balls? Why did they clown him like that?
Because he was talking all that shit, so they had to make him look like a joke that he is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just, okay. I don't know what else to say other than, like, I'm screaming at the TV, Paige, he don't like you. He really borderline hates you for real.
Well.
He tried to twist it, but I feel like he twisted it to manipulate the situation. What he said may have been true the 2 times that he called, but I don't think that that's the overall of what the situation is, clearly. Like, yes, she's probably ignoring him on purpose to see what his next steps will be. Like, oh, maybe he'll text me, and he doesn't. But he really tried to flip the script to make her feel crazy, and I think that it's working.
No, he flipped the script to make me be like, well, wait a minute, if you act all dumb on camera, then why wouldn't you be responding to his stuff when he's trying to see you when they're not filming? If you are so gullible on camera, like, oh, well, maybe, then I would think if he's calling to see you even outside of filming, that you would be on it. Like,
I feel like she don't want to do it outside of filming. I feel like she wants that check, and she don't get paid to do it outside of filming.
And that's where he kind of exposed her. I mean, maybe it was those 1-2 times, but I feel like when he said that, it was like, okay, so what are y'all both doing this for camera?
They're both doing it for camera, because why are you calling her 1 or 2 times? Like, and why are you not answering those 1 or 2 times if you're so pressed? Right. You know what I'm saying? Then you should be picking up that phone.
My husband want to come back.
Right.
Like, he's trying to work this
exactly.
out.
Like, she just makes herself look so dumb, so foolish every week. And, you know, every week it's the same lines. I could see myself. Paige is beautiful. He says it every week. He said it last night. He said, Paige is beautiful. I could see myself falling in love with her. And then at the end of the same conversation, I don't want to be with you no more. We should separate. It's like it's like the same thing every week. Like they're told to be good and then be done at the end.
Recreate it every week. Like I've never seen this before. Like that would be, for the first time would have been like, okay, no. But if I had managed to get to the second time, that was a wrap.
Right.
But every episode he recreates it to build up,
It's
like,
like,
oh, we're working it out, oh. And then, but I don't really want to be with you.
It's
and
so...
I'm not attracted to you.
Like, and then she cries, and then she takes him back. And it's like, yo, do y'all, Lifetime, do y'all really think we're this dumb? Like, do y'all think we don't know what's going on? Like, this is not real. And the fact that these experts are still non-existent, I'm seeing them on previews of Unmatched. So I'm thinking they just abandoned these couples to go help these new people. They're like, these is hopeless people. We cannot help them. They are beyond repair. Let's go help these unmatchable people. That's what I think.
For sure need to intervene with Chris and Paige. Shoot.
It's insane. Like, I want you to see like an old episode just so you can see how involved and hands-on they really are. Opposed to this season. I've never. Like, this shit is just beyond me. But their conversations are so repetitive
and
that
so,
it's like
basic. I was like, they're not even saying any hard sentences.
Nothing.
Like,
there's like nothing.
No commas, no semicolons. It's all straight like the cat was red.
The cat was red.
And now the cat is hot. That goes back to the cat being red. Like, what? What are you guys talking about?
I don't even think they know. And just the fact, like, even when Paige went to lunch with the girls and she said that he bought his baby's mom a car, why didn't you tell them what kind of car, Paige?
I know.
Mention the car, Paige. Tell them all. You want to tell the truth?
No,
tell the whole truth.
Tell the whole thing.
Like, let's not play these games.
He said I bought her a what did he buy?
Right, he bought her a Benz. Like, I was like, he could have just told Paige he got her a car. But Paige took that and ran to the girls and said he just bought her a car. He didn't. She didn't tell them the truth.
No, he bought her. If she was gonna tell it, she should have said he got her a Benz.
Right. That's what she should have said. Like, don't try and spare yourself embarrassments now, sis. You've been embarrassed this whole season. It's almost over. You might as well just be embarrassed because you a clown. And let's talk about how Chris was engaged 2 times before. Like, yeah. She was like, I didn't know you were engaged before. Tell me about that. Did you see that when they were playing basketball? They were sitting on the floor.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And he was talking about it. He's like, oh, I just wasn't ready.
Oh, he said I wasn't going to tell you when she asked him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not telling you that.
Yeah. She found that out from his damn pastor friend. Yeah. Like, sis, he wasn't going to tell you nothing. And she's like, wow, I feel like you're a caterpillar and you're just shedding layers.
Shut up.
Like, I just cannot stand her. Like, the way she talks, everything about her is just trash. A whole clown in a circus.
Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna say everything about her is trash.
Man, because listen, honestly, yes it is.
Honestly, I think it's very weird that none of her people have been on the show outside of the wedding.
Yeah, she said she was with her mom. Where her mom at? Why she ain't appearing on film?
I think that's very weird. I have not seen her friends. I have not seen a mentor, a parent.
She has no one.
I haven't seen any of this, and yeah, I've seen everybody else's people's kind of, you know that they're there even though they're not there. But them, I'm like, where's her people's at?
She has none. I'm telling you, like, that's why I know that they are like a couple who they threw in there knowing that they weren't a fit, knowing it wasn't going to work because they needed to fill that 5th spot. I don't believe that Chris and Paige are an actual couple. I don't believe that they're going to stay together at the end, no matter how dumb Paige is, because she did come to her little realization like, oh, maybe I'm just in love with the idea of marriage, like what we've been saying all season, that she's in love with the idea of marriage. But we're like, oh, is Paige finally getting some common sense? Like, but it's like she's reading our comments because she said word for word what people have been saying all season. You are in love with the idea of marriage. You are not in love with Chris. You don't really want to be with Chris. You just want to be married. And so now that she's finally coming to that realization, they're not going to stay together because they're not a real couple. Like, that's just where I'm at with it. So last week, we both gave I gave 20 because I was being a smart ass. You gave 10. I'm giving 0 because I'm officially done with this couple. They're not a real couple.
I'm giving 0 too. I didn't want to give them 0. I kind of wanted to hold on to the 10, but there's just no way. Like, I'm surprised they're even making the episodes. Honestly,
they shouldn't even be there no more. They should be gone, and everybody's asking for them to be gone. Just edit them out. Nobody would even notice. Like, so many people are like, please stop showing them, and they're not listening. So, child. Blood pressure. So, moving on to Haley and Jacob.
Yikes.
Did I tell you I'm over her? Did I tell you I'm done with Haley? Because it's her.
It for sure is her.
It's all her. Like, how you gonna bring a tarot card reader in?
Yeah.
Tarot card reader tells you a negative about Jacob and you, yup. And then when the tarot card reader tells you about a negative about you, you like, screw face, like, what, sis? What? Like, no, I don't think I'm controlling. You're definitely controlling. You're trying to control how he interacts with you. Like, you won't even give a man a damn hug. Like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Over it.
Yeah. It's...
Poor Jacob. Like,
I know.
so upset for him. Like, he did not deserve this treatment.
But I'm just like, she really had the tarot card reader come in and say everything that we knew, like, everything, like, what?
Well, it was clearly news to her because she didn't expect her to say that. She was really upset that she said that she was controlling.
I mean, obviously, he can't even kiss you or lean in to do anything organically because you're controlling.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it seemed like, you know, he tried to give her a good date and everything, but
she's not even willing to try. Like, she's willing to try in her terms of trying, but she's not willing to take the advice that the experts gave her, that the tarot card reader gave her. She wants to do it on her terms because she's controlling, and she's not even, like, receptive to his advances in the slightest.
At all.
Like, and it's not fair. Like, how can you say you're trying if you're really not taking the advice of the experts or the people who you called in to help you? Like, how does that work? And then, you know, he's doing what you asked. He fell back. He's not pressing the issue. He even said, I'm not going to press it. You said, you're not comfortable. I'm not going to do it. But then when they got to the sit down they were eating, Jacob just couldn't take it no more. And I blame him. Like, he had to let it off his chest. He's like, so basically, you don't like me. Like, just keep it 100. You don't like me. Like, you hug strangers. What's the big deal? Why can't I get a freaking hug? Like, what is the problem? Like, if you're that uncomfortable, why did you sign up? Like,
dang,
you're
that's not real though.
You're not even giving this a chance. Like, I'm tired of her.
That's real.
She's an asshole.
It's tough because it's tough because I don't know how any of them would be in that situation if they were with somebody that they just were not attracted to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that they would be much better.
I do.
You think so?
I absolutely do. I feel like all of them, with the exception of Chris and Paige, are in it to be married. They're in it because they really wanted to be married. I feel like everybody is willing to do the work. Haley is not willing to do the work. She's only willing to do the work on her terms. That's the problem.
That is the problem. I mean, I think on his end, though, I think he could be a little bit more romantic, a little bit more wooing to me. Like, I would, if he were to, I mean, he said it, he doesn't
want to put himself out there and get his feelings hurt.
But my whole thing is like, okay, you know the situation now. You're saying that you want to try, even though you know how she feels, and she's also saying she wants to try. I would try. She would come home. There would be some flowers, hey,
that is true. You're right.
Like, just to be romantic.
If he were to do that, she would fall in love with those things, which in turn would make her more comfortable with maybe holding his hand or something simple.
I'm just saying.
Which is true, but then again, it's Haley we're talking about. That shit might not even work because she's so already mentally checked out.
I think if he were to put in a little bit more effort in that way, then maybe she can build herself up to trying to do what they're telling her to do, like give him a kiss in the morning.
I feel like you're right if that was a normal person, but this is Haley we're talking about. So with that being said, last week I gave Haley and Jacob a 25. You gave them 50. I'm giving them 0. They're not going to make it.
Wow.
I'm done with them.
I gave them how much? 50?
50. I'm out.
I really kind of wanted them to work because.
Remember, it's not about what you want. It's about what's really happening. Like this,
Right.
I had to remind you of this last week. You keep wanting them to work, but what is really going on is that they're not working. She don't like them.
I'm gonna just drop it down to 25%.
Okay.
Because, I mean, to me, she is trying, but she's not trying hard enough. And because she's not giving completely, like, look, I'm just not attracted to this man. It's just not working.
That's what she's giving. Completely. Like, that's what she's completely giving. What do you mean?
She let him sleep in the bed.
Not, like, they're this far apart. There's this whole gap, and he couldn't even, like, cuddle her. She's not letting him do it. She did that for the cameras, period. She didn't even want to do that. So, what's your score? Oh, 25?
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't. I'm done with it. I'm not done with Jacob. I think that he deserves a second chance. I'm done with Haley. I'm all the way done with Haley. She doesn't deserve him. She don't deserve nobody. She deserved her dogs.
Dang, if only they had switched
Virginia and Jacob would have been the shit.
It would have been a good time.
Yeah. And
she probably would have liked his court.
And Eric and Haley. Eric would have liked Haley. Haley's adventurous, outgoing side, but she's not as crazy as Virginia. Mm-hmm. He would have liked that mellowness in her, and they still would have had a good time because Haley is not a boring person.
Right.
She likes to have a great time, and I think with him being a pilot, she would love that, and she would love all those things. So this was just a complete mismatch once again. The experts just threw some people together and said good luck.
But that would have worked.
It definitely would have worked. I agree.
Jacob would have been so smitten. There probably would have been flowers for Virginia.
Yes, I think so. She would have worked with whatever it is he got going on down there. Because Haley had a little piece and she was like, not interested in that. Because that's clearly what's going on here. Just like Virginia and Eric's sex is bomb, Haley and Jacob's sex was probably trash and she can't get past it. So he's tarnished forever. There's nothing he could do. He cannot come back from this. So sorry. Let's move on to our last couple. Oh my God, we moved so fast this week. Clara and Ryan. Clara.
Oh my God.
Sis, you are thirsty as F. Like, I was like.
It's hard to watch.
It's so disgusting.
She got married to have sex.
She was.
She got married to have sex.
She did. Like, I feel bad for Ryan. Even though he's a boring ass piece of white toast. I feel bad for him because he don't know what to do. Like, he's like, yikes. Sexual harassment, HR. It's their HR.
Married at First Sight, where's HR?
Yes, he is like calling for Married at First Sight HR. This is straight up sexual harassment. Leave him alone. Hey, whatever what's your name? Clara. He is not a machine. He is tired of this. He just wants to get to know you. I don't understand.
What's your middle name?
Can we start with the basics? Relax. She is so pressed. Every time she talks, she looks she's about to cry because he's not giving her no D, and he's not telling her he loves her after a month. Come on. Like, I'm just done. Like, I cannot.
It's tough. It's
for sure.
Like nipple to the tip.
Did you see her get low-key jealous when Virginia was like, we said we love you? Her face was so... She couldn't even contain the anger. Her face was so... She was like, oh. She was like, so happy for you. There was no smile whatsoever.
No, why did her face clear as day in the shot? They could have had it just on Virginia, though. They want you to see.
Production be clowning on the low. Like, it's so funny.
They wanted you to see her dinner.
They definitely did.
Like,
Like,
she was like, well, we sleep in the same bed. Like, it's like...
if I was Ryan, I would be like...
Yeah. It's
like,
very weird. And you know what else I find bizarre? Is that Clara is so quick to embarrass him in front of his friends. In front of everyone. But when it comes to expressing how she really feels, like when they were at dinner and he's just like, well, how's everything for you? Like, do you think... She's like, yeah, everything's great. Everything is perfect. I couldn't have asked for more. Like, she's not keeping it 100.
No, she's one of those people that needs, like, people to hype her up. Like, you ever seen one of those people, if it's just you and them, they ain't gonna say shit. But if they get around some people to put a battery in their back,
right, she needs somebody to be on her side.
Yeah, she needs to feel like she has some witnesses to be like, yeah, Clara's right.
It means crickets every time. It be crickets every time she does it. No one says anything. They just give that awkward look. It's very uncomfortable.
Like, why are you putting him out there like this? Why isn't he smacking you?
Right.
Not smacking you.
Not domestic abuse.
Not smacking you, but like, not physically, but like, also
like you need to chill.
What is happening?
When it's time for her to be open and vulnerable with him, she's not. And so how is he supposed to know you're not getting what you need besides the sex? Because clearly he knows that. But everything else, how's he supposed to know if you're not telling him? Every time he asks you, just like when she was with the girls, everything's great. Oh, everything's perfect. She's lying. And so it's like, how are you supposed to build off of that?
But she looks the most miserable.
She's miserable.
But out of all of them,
she's miserable.
She looks the most miserable.
Because she's a nympho and she's sexually deprived. She can't take this shit. I'm surprised she ain't go out and get some dick somewhere else. I'm telling you.
We don't know.
I think if she did, I think if she did.
The way she acted,
we don't know.
I think she would be more calm if she did. She's very antsy and very just tight in the face. Like
every little individual interview she does, I'm like, yo, you look
stressed.
Everybody else, at least I see, you don't look happy. Like, is she smiling?
No, that's what I said. She never smiles. The only time I saw her smile was when I was watching her wedding video back. And
that's the only time I saw her smile was when they got married. And
they missed a moment last night when they were watching the video of them getting married. And he went in to kiss her, and she kind of turned her head. Did you see that?
No.
He was like, he went in to give her a kiss, and she didn't take it. That's why I was so confused. I'm like, okay, you want him to tell you he loves you. He took you on a freaking helicopter ride. He had dinner prepared.
That was very nice and sweet and thoughtful.
And thoughtful. Those are the things that she says she wants.
Right.
But she's confused because she says, I want somebody to do these romantic things with I love you behind them, not to just do them because there's something that he thinks he should do because we're married. Bitch, what? Make up your mind. Relax. Like, she needs to relax.
She needs some D to relax.
But, oh my God, this is terrible. Get a toy. Like, get to know your husband. It's been a month. Have fun with him. Get to know him. Enjoy yourself. Like, she's ruining it.
She is. She's going, like, she is laser focused on the sex part.
And I love you.
Oh, and I love you, but I think the sex really trumps the I love you because I feel like if he was having sex with her, she would feel loved.
It's so sad.
Because even with her saying that she's never had emotional sex, it just is, I don't know. I feel like she would feel like, oh my gosh, she loves me.
That's really sad, y'all. Don't be her. Don't be Clara. I don't know. Like, I feel like nothing is ever going to be good enough because you're right. Even if he does say I love you and he doesn't give her the D, she's still going to feel like he doesn't love her because he's not giving her the D. So it's like he loses either way. It's so messed up that these experts didn't vet these people better because this is a mismatch. They're so always awkwardly having conversations.
It's awkward.
Always
it's never
it never flows.
But they're never like up on each other. It's always like
it's always reserved. He's sitting here, she's sitting across from him, or they're not sitting close. He's like this, and it's an awkward space of silence in between each sentence. Yeah. She never smiles.
But see that I was just saying this, like, he's kind of scary to me because the reason why I'm saying he's scary is I don't know if he's genuinely that way or if it's for show. Like, there's no type of reaction
for anything
that she's saying. Like, you would think that it would warrant some type of, like, at least a frown or a not like a I'm thinking hard.
Right,
like,
right,
but
right.
like a what?
Yeah,
you don't
nothing.
get none of that from him, and so it's like as she's sitting there saying stuff, and you can tell when he's a little more bothered by it, he starts blinking a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he don't say anything.
I feel like he gives it to her off camera. I feel like obviously they do things off camera that we don't see. They all do, but this couple in particular, I feel like Ryan comes out when the cameras go away, and I feel like
You're right, because when she said he was upset with their friends, I was very surprised.
Yeah. So I don't think that we're gonna get to know Ryan because Ryan is not trying to have his whole personality on TV. He said, "I'll be on the show, but I'm not really gonna be on the show." They're obviously having some type of sexual acts, but they don't talk about it. It's like he won't even talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like there's no chemistry. Right. There's just nothing there, and so they're not. It's crazy. This season is just pissing me off. Like, I'm gonna show you what other seasons look like before this night is over. Last week, Clara and Ryan got a 20% from me and a 50 from you. I'm keeping them at 20.
I'm gonna just say 50 only because they clearly both are not addressing their issues with each other, and so I could see them by the point when I don't know how many episodes are in a season, but I could see
this seems extra long. I don't even remember.
I could see them getting to the end and still kind of being like, well, it's working.
I really hope not.
Hopefully she gets like D before then, like.
Even if they do get to the end and they do say, we want to stay together.
They're not going to work out.
After the 6 weeks, because they do after the 6 weeks.
Oh, they do that.
They revisit. They don't be together after that. Like, it's very rare. There'll be like 2 couples that make it out of the 5 after the 6 weeks. Oh. Sometimes don't nobody make it, and it just be a whole wash. Like, they'll say, oh yeah, let's stay together, and then after 6 weeks, something bad will happen, and it'll be like, nope.
So then we get to see that.
To see that.
Okay, so I think that they will make it to the point where saying we want to be together.
Yeah.
But probably not after the 6 weeks then.
I don't even think they're going to make it to the 6 weeks, child. I think there's no chemistry there. It's very weird, very awkward vibes. Clara needs to chill the F out. It's cringy to watch.
Like, oh my gosh, she really wants to take the time to get to know you.
Yeah, like, what? Why are we upset?
Why?
That's a good thing, Clara. Right. Like, somebody actually wants to get to know you.
This is probably really great because he's doing something that no other man probably has done with you.
And that's really sad again. Sad for you, Clara. Yikes. So let's talk about these scenes, because yikes, Virginia and Eric. What happened? He's such an asshole, because he's just like, you can go. And he's just watching TV on the bed while she's crying, running out. Like, he seems so unbothered by her emotions.
But that is him that is like, no, that's just not going to work. Like, somebody that's just purposely going to be an a-hole because he's upset about whatever. So it just like a switch turns on with him where he could be do, and then next thing you know, he's just like, all or nothing. Like,
his ultimatums be wild. They be harsh.
Right, like, Live or die, bitch.
Right? Not live or die, Saul. So I'm just like, yikes, this is terrible. And then I don't remember them showing Chris and Paige scenes.
Yeah.
I don't remember nobody else's scenes, to be honest with you.
No. I mean,
Haley and Jacob, they're
well, she looked like she was trying again.
She's just going through the motions because he literally said, let's just suffer through this until decision day. And that's pretty much where they're at. I think that they're going to coexist until decision day, and then they're going to part ways. Because they're both over it. He's over it. He's never had somebody not be attracted to him before.
And he doesn't know how to...
He doesn't know.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could tell when they first got married, he placed a lot on, we're just going to be attracted to each other and then it's going to work.
Yeah.
Like, he said that, those words in particular. Like,
okay.
So that's a real big deal for him because that is really what he thought would be like a successful thing. It's like, we're attracted to each other.
Because he's never had nobody not be attracted to him, so why not be? Why wouldn't she be? Like, that's how he's thinking. He's like, what the hell? You ain't attracted to me. What the fuck you mean? And she's just over there being fucking retarded. I'm sorry.
But he's not doing things to make her attracted to him. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if he was to woo her in some type of way, even if he, like, you know, similar to, like, women getting with dudes because they swag. Like, not because of how
not
they
because
look,
of what they,
not because, you know, you just like certain things, how they move. And you be like, all right, bad. But he's not even
his face expression in this picture here is how he's giving in the relationship. Like, okay, whatever. So, I mean, it is what it is. Chris and Paige, I really hope they don't show up next week. Brianna and Vincent are doing great. Keep it going, Vincent. Without the temper tantrums, you're doing great. And that's our show for the week. That went really fast because last night was a little boring. But, you know, hopefully next week some experts start jumping in here and they can get some help. But I feel like it's a little too late at this point. It's already episode 11, about to be 12. What can y'all really do at this point? It's like they threw them in and said sink or swim, bitch. Like, good luck.
Some of these couples need every day.
They need everyday counseling. So, I don't know, y'all. We're going to see. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, V.
And your girl, April Love.
And we are your hosts of Love Unlocked Talk.
If you like what you saw, please subscribe, like, and comment below. And let us know what you want us to discuss for future episodes.
Also, please follow us on Instagram at Love Unlocked LLC for updates.